Hello students and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the previous video of this session or this part, we have continued with the connective tissue and we have discussed all the types of connective tissues over there. So today it's the time to discuss about the muscular tissue and what is the formation of the muscles in our body. Together with that, we will be also continuing with the nervous tissue in this part of the video. Okay. So first of all, the muscular tissues are the muscles of our body. Okay, the muscular tissue is made up of muscle fibers. The muscle fibers, they are contained in the muscular tissue, and these fibers remain attached to each other to form bundles. Always the muscles, they appear as bundles in our body. Okay, the fibers are always remaining together as a bundle, and there are almost around 600 different kinds of muscles in our body. Not different kinds, 600 muscles are there in our body, and they form up to about 40 to 50% of the body weight. 40 to 50% of the body weight is due to the muscles in our body. Okay, the muscles, they do the important function of formation of the musculature of the body, and usually the muscles are attached to the bones within the body. Okay, so they provide the structural framework. So they form the musculature of the body and they provide the structural framework together with the bones. Okay, the musculature of the body and the body organs is formed by the muscles, and some of the muscles are also attached to the skeleton. Okay, and main functions of muscles together with the formation of musculature, they give the shape to the body. Okay, they will remain attached to the skeleton, forming the skeletal framework together with it. Then it helps in movement. Okay, movement and locomotion in body parts, it is only due to the muscles. May it be outside, may it be inside. Inside may the mixing of the food, the pumping of the blood, all this is done by the different kinds of muscles only within our body. Okay, together with movement, it also helps in locomotion. Okay, movement of organism from one place to another is possible due to the muscles. Okay, so these are the basic functions of muscles. Let's go to the types of the muscles and their different structure and functions. Okay, in the types, we have the first type called as the smooth muscles. Okay, the smooth muscles. Second type is the striped muscles, also called as the skeletal muscles, and third type is the cardiac muscles. Okay, the smooth muscles, striped muscles, and cardiac muscles, these are basically different from each other based on certain characters which we will learn one by one. Okay, the smooth muscles, first of all, they are up spindle shaped. Okay, the spindle shape includes cells which are having a greater width at the center, and at the corners they are less width. Okay, उनका width जो है साइड में कम रहता है, बीच में they will be more thicker, and there will be a centrally placed nucleus in it. Okay, and it is also called as uninucleate because a single nucleus is present. So the cells of smooth muscles are uninucleated cells, and they are elongated cells with having a spindle shape. Okay, elongated. The cytoplasm of the muscle cells is called as the sarcoplasm. This point is to be remembered here. And together with that, the plasma membrane is called as the sarcolemma. They are named differently in case of muscles. Okay, the cytoplasm is termed as sarcoplasm, and sarcolemma is used for the cell membrane of the cells. Okay, the sarcoplasm also have fine myofibrils, or the fibers of the muscles. Okay, myofibrils that will be passing longitudinally in the axis of the cells. Okay, like from here to here, there will be many more amount of filaments running parallel to each other. These fibers or filaments are the myofibrils, and they cover the whole muscle cell. Okay, they are attached at the tip of the muscle cells, and they will be free in the center part. Okay, these smooth muscles, they do not show any striations और stripes. Okay, striations या stripes जो होता है वो यहाँ पे नहीं रहता है. It is absent in the smooth muscles. Okay, their location could be in visceral organs. They are located in the visceral organs or the hollow body parts, and also together with that they will be found in the blood vessels, bronchi, ureter, the iris of the eye. Okay, all these are the parts where we could find the smooth muscles. Okay, and their function is to form the visceral organs, the urinary bladder, the walls of the blood vessels. All these are formed of the smooth muscles, and together with that they help in the main function is contraction and relaxation of different body organs. Okay, contraction and relaxation of the different organs of the body is possible due to the muscles. Okay, this was all about smooth muscle cells. Let's go to the striped muscles or the skeletal muscles. Okay, acha, one more thing to be noted here, that they are involuntary in their functions. The smooth muscles are not in our direct control. Okay, but the skeletal muscles, they are voluntary muscles. They are under our control. As and when we will want to move, we can move the skeletal muscles. Okay, the skeletal muscles are also long muscles which are usually unbranched. They are having the striations in them. That's why they are also called as the striped muscles. Okay, they are having light and dark bands appearing in patches like there, and they are also arranged in bundles. And these muscles also have nucleus. They could have many nucleus at a time. They will be called as multinucleated. And these muscles, as I said, they will be having or appearing light and dark at positions due to the presence of striations. And these muscle cells have myofibrils again. Here are the myofibrils that forms the dark and light band. Okay, these muscles are usually attached to the bones and hence also called as skeletal muscles, and their main function is to form the musculature of the body. Together with that, they will be helping in movement of the bones, and since they are attached to the skeleton, so definitely movement of the bones will be done by this kind of muscles. Okay, the striped or the skeletal muscles, also called as the voluntary muscles. Okay, so this was all about the striped muscles. We can walk, we can run, we can move our hands. All this is due to the skeletal muscles present in our body. Okay, these all kind of movements are voluntary, and that is why this is also called as voluntary muscles. Okay, the smooth ones are the involuntary, the striped ones are the voluntary muscles. The third type of muscle is another special type of muscle called as a cardiac muscles. Okay, these muscles are usually cylindrical and branched. Okay, the skeletal muscles also were kind of cylindrical muscles, but they were unbranched. But here these are branched skeletal branched and cylindrical muscles which are found in the cardiac muscles. Okay, and this also may have many nucleus. They could be multinucleated. The cardiac muscles, they could be multinucleated. These muscles also show bands. They are also showing the stripes, but they are very fainted stripes. Okay, negligible type. Okay, fainted stripes will be there. So there will be stripes visible, but dark and light ऐसा clearly observe नहीं हो पाएगा like that in the striped muscles. Okay, hence they could not be called as striated muscles. And it forms the heart, the main important organ of our body. The cardiac muscles, they are forming the heart of our body, and of course they will be helping in pumping of the blood, as it is the function of the heart. So the cardiac muscles are helpful in pumping the blood. Okay, there are basic differences between these three kinds of muscles. Let us note them one by one. The smooth muscles, they are spindle shaped. Then cardiac muscles, they are striped muscles, they are cylindrical. Cardiac muscles are also cylindrical. Differences, these are unbranched and these are branched. Okay. Then second thing, there is a single nucleus lying in the center of the cells in the smooth muscles, and both these are having multinucleus. Okay, they are both are multinucleated. The smooth muscles do not show any stripes, but the striped muscles and the skeletal muscles, they show stripes, and this also showing faint stripes in it. Okay, these are unbranched, branched, and branched. These are found in the visceral organs, the smooth muscles. The striped muscles, they form the skeleton of the body. They are found near the bones, attached to the bones. And the cardiac muscles, they are found in the heart. Okay, they form the heart. So yes, this was all about the differences between the three kinds of muscles. Lastly, in the animal tissues series, we will be learning about the last kind of animal tissues called as the nervous tissue. Okay. The nervous tissues are also a special kind of tissue. Because of their functions, they are really very special. Okay. Nervous tissues. The nerve in our body, जो हमारे body के जो nerves होते हैं, all these are formed of long nerve cells called as the neurons. They are formed up of the neurons. The nervous tissue, they are formed of the nerve cells called as the neurons, and these cells are elongated. They could also grow up to a meter in size. Okay, and the nervous tissues are formed up of the nerve cells called as the neurons. They also appear in the bundles as the muscle cells appear. They also appear in the bundle. Okay, and they remain at a position due to the presence of connective tissue in between them. Okay, the nervous tissues have connective tissues in between them to remain them in their positions. उनको अपने positions पे maintain करके रखने के लिए there are connective tissues in between them. Okay, let's go to the structure of a particular neuron. एक neuron का structure जानते हैं. Okay, that is called as the nerve cells. This is a basic structure you all have learnt in our earlier classes also. This kind of a cell is there, elongated cell. It is just like a branched tree. Okay, and these lines are called as the dendrites. Okay, these are the dendrites. There's a centrally placed nucleus. This bulged part, it is called as the cell body or the cyton. It is having various granules in its cytoplasm. These granules are termed as the Nissls granule. Okay, and there is one elongated dendrite which is termed as the axon. Okay, and at the ends, these are small button-like structures called as the nerve endings or the buttons itself, and this region is the nerve ending. Okay, so this could be the basic structure of a neuron or a nerve cell. Okay, so let us go one by one to the structure. Each nerve cells will have neurons, and it will be having three different parts. The first part could be the cell body or the cyton. It is round or polygonal in shape, and it is also called as the cytone, and it is having the cytoplasm in it, within which there are granules like structures called as the Nissl granules. Okay, and second structures are the dendrites. The dendrites they arise from the cell body itself, and there could be one or many thread-like structures or projections appearing from the cell body itself. Okay, they are if there it is singular, then it is called as dendron, and multiples, then it will be called as dendrites. Okay, and there's a long single extension of the cell body which is called as the axon. Okay, it's just like a longest dendrite, and here the cytoplasm of the axon will be termed as the exoplasm. Okay, the exoplasm is termed the cytoplasm of the axon, and it terminates into terminal branches which leads to the ending of the nerve. Okay, the fibers will end in club shaped structures like the buttons at the end of the nerve endings. Okay, and one end of the neuron, it remains attached or connected to the another neuron. Here there will be another neuron attached. Here एक और neuron का cyton will be there, and the dendrites will be coming out to be attached to the boutons of the previous neuron. So in this way they form a series or chain like structures. Okay, one end of the neuron is attached to the initial of the other neuron. Okay, there could be types of nerves or types of neurons based on whether the nerve fibers are myelinated or non-myelinated. There is a particular sheath called as the myelin sheath, which is a kind of protective or insulating sheath present surrounding the axon. Axon के चारों तरफ there is a protection called as myelin or the myelin sheath, which helps in insulation. It is insulatory in nature. Okay, so if the myelin sheath is present in the nerves or the neurons, then it is called as myelinated or insulated nerves, and if it is absent, then it will be called as non-myelinated nerve fibers. Okay, the myelinated ones, they always carry the messages to and from the brain, and they are also present in between the brains and the spinal cord, and they helps in transmission of the transmission of the impulses or the messages at a very high speed from brain to the spinal cord and spinal cord to the brain. Okay, so those are myelinated. Those are usually like the electric wires covered by plastic or rubber coat. But the non-myelinated are those which are not having the plastic coat. So these are similar to the electric wires which do not have any coating. Okay, so they are usually slow and they are present in the center of the brain and the spinal cord. Okay, so as mentioned again, the location as per the function, their main location will be our central nervous system, the brain and the spinal cord. Together with, they will be forming the nerves of the body. So where there will be nerves, there will be neuron, like that. Okay, and as I said, there are two neurons consecutively attached to each other. So the gap between two consecutive neurons is called as a synapse, through which the information is traveling from one neuron to the other neuron. Another thing to be mentioned here, when the information is collected to a site of a neuron from the dendrites, it will be collected, then up to the end of the neuron, the nerve endings, it will be traveling in the form of, so it will be traveling up to the end of the neuron in the form of an electrical impulse. Okay, electrical impulse will be traveling from one part of the neuron to the other part of the neuron up to the nerve endings, and then afterwards it will be transferred to another neuron in the form of a chemical. So that becomes a chemical message over there. Okay, that chemical is named as acetylcholine. Okay, this acetylcholine is the chemical message which is transferred from the nerve endings to the second neuron, and in between those gaps there is the synapse. Okay, the synapse is the gap between two consecutive neurons, and also it is the point of attachment to the another neuron, and that is the structure where the acetylcholine is released from the first neuron, and those acetylcholine molecules are absorbed by the second neurons to gain the message from the first neuron, and in similar way again the second neuron will transfer the message as a impulse, electrical impulse. In this way the impulses are transmitted from one neuron to the other neuron. Okay, so the main function of this nervous tissue is to form the nervous system of the body, which includes the brain, spinal cord and the nerves. Okay, and another function is to conduct and transmit impulses. Okay, conduction and transmission of impulses, and also they receive and deliver the messages within the body from one part to other part. So it definitely controls the body. The nervous system, it controls the body, and the nervous system is formed of the nerves or the neurons. Okay, so this was all about the nervous tissue. Thank you all.